Yeah, how it goes. I'm just sitting here chilling. Nice, beautiful, cold night. Watching International Harvester 1974 edition. It's pretty interesting. They show everything in the foundry. They show the lots. But we're just getting warmed up here. Hoping to do about 25, 30 minutes. Hey, how are you? Gotta turn on my live chat. How you doing, Jerry? Where are you from? I've seen your name on here a few times. I think you've been past 2 weeks, haven't you? New to the channel? Whereabouts are you from there, Jerry? Ask away, ask some questions. I'm watching International Harvester vintage footage of them pouring some of the tractor frames and whatnot. It's pretty interesting. Go ahead and ask away though. Ask some questions. We're talking about hobby farms today. Talking about farming related topics. So any question that you have, I'll try to answer. I'm not the most knowledgeable, but I have been learning quite a lot. What's we gonna hear? We're gonna turbo the Massey Harris. Yeah, if I could, I would turbo it. It'd be sweet for doing field work. Turbo kick in and just pull. But yeah, the Massey ain't meant for turbo. A lot of the Europeans use the smaller diesel tractors with turbos though for doing crazy things. Lots of the crazy stuff. Ask more questions. What else y'all got? Oh yeah. Watching International Harvesting. Looks like they're making crankshafts right now. What was that last one? What's going on, Jerry? Tell me some stuff. No farming tonight. Too cold. Dark. It's bittery cold out right now. 20-ish. It's a long day. But doing great. Yeah, it has been dark for hours. I think about 4:30 it was almost starting to get dark. It was crazy. I'd say maybe 5:30 though. It started getting real dark. I've been doing good. Glad everybody's having a good week. Ask farm questions. I love the questions and comments. We're watching International Harvesters machining a whole engine block all in one process. Pretty interesting. They're doing the 6 cylinders out of the big tractors, the 86 series. But I have a steer. Yeah. Excuse me. I have a steer and 4 chickens that I got bestowed upon. Yeah, the steer, he's a wonderful fella. if you go back in the channel history, about 7 months ago is when I got him. So he's just about 7 months old now, I think. 8 months. I guess the end of this month would be 8 months. Hey, do you from? Question. From Michigan up here. Yep, I got a steer. I make all of his hay. Paid for all of his grain by doing stuff on the farm. Thank you for the like. I like the thumbs up. I like the comments too. Leave more comments. Ask questions. Try to answer as many as I can here. The steer, I would guess, weighs about 650 to 700 pounds. He eats 2 to 3 flakes of hay a day. About 3 hand scoops worth of grain and about 25-30 apples, which is quite a bit. He has no shortage of food. The chickens, they live off of all the grain that he spills. They also have their own water and everything. Hey, how you doing, Bob Arch? We're just talking about the hobby farm. Any questions relating to farming, go ahead and ask. I'll try to answer the best I can. I know one of the biggest struggles I have is having to repair equipment when I'm needing the equipment. I'm sure that's for a lot of other farmers. You know, it just always breaks right at the wrong time. Yep. Right now we got some projects. I gotta get some stuff for the Massey. I also have to get a water system figured out because the current one is not working properly. Yeah, I got all sorts of things going on, really. The main thing, wow. The main thing going on right now, though, is I gotta get the water fixed, and I also have to backblade all of the dist area I did yesterday. And then I gotta pick up a bunch of wood scraps that I left around, which is my fault. I should have took care of. And then I also have I gotta take the baler apart, try to start allocating parts for the baler. I gotta get some roller bearings for it. I gotta get I don't know, I gotta get some parts for that baler, and it's gonna be rough. Hey, how you doing, Gerald? We're watching the IH86 series tractors get built. I am, at least. But we're also talking about how the baler needs to be redone. I gotta get bearings for it. Not really sure how I'm gonna straighten the head out. Somehow the head got bent. It's crooked now, so it's like that instead of straight. It's crooked. And it's not just like it's not just the teeth or something, you know, it's the whole head has been cockeyed. So I have to figure out how to maybe ratchet strap it back straight to bend it back, or I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I've never done anything like this with the bearings. All right. I wasn't sure if I could do that. It's pretty shiny, ain't it? IH trucks. I can still answer any questions. Feel free to ask. I actually learned on an international cab over just like that. It's called the International Transtar 2. That old Scout just taking it. Oh man, look at that tractor go down. Holy cow. Wow, look at that. They're pushing them right over the hill. I've always been fascinated by International. They build heavy, quality. Oh, look at that beautiful, beautiful rig. What do we got here? Making trouble. That's cool. Thank you. I only have a. I only have a Massey Harris 22 small tractor. Yeah, you got the tractors there, Gerald. I love that tractor you got. Like I said, that's one of the tractors I grew up learning how to do hay and stuff, riding on the back of. Wow, look at that old brute. Beautiful tractor. 4366. I've never even seen one of them. It's got the articulating. That's sweet. International cotton picker. Oh yeah. Oh, I'd love to find one of those. Beautiful. Look at that. They got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They had 16 combines combining a single field. That is just insane. Could you imagine seeing 16 farmers and their combines all doing this, a different... What do we got here? Alright. Okay. Oh, you haven't gotten a... I haven't got a tractor, but I'm working on it. Now, what kind of tractor are you going for, George? Oh, you're going to the dealership. Hey, man, why did you ban Nick Gutters? I've never banned anybody, so I don't know who that is. Sorry. I've never even had a bad comment. 318 garden tractor. I like that. That's funny. You know, I actually do like those John Deere garden tractors, though. Oh, you want a lawn tractor. So what you would want to do is go and buy like an Allis-Chalmers B with a belly mower. That would be just perfect for you. Yeah, I like the little Alice's. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Sorry, man. I haven't hated on anybody on here. I love everybody, all the support, everybody, you know. I'm not I don't ban people, and I mean, I guess I could probably ban people if they were causing issues. And yes, I have had.
The threading procedure is extremely simple, and all guides are in the open, completely accessible,
What does
so you
that
can
say?
see what you're doing.
Saying his name correct. I mean, you keep typing it,
One
so
spotter, use
just
an
reading what you're
exclusively
typing.
IH machine,
Nick
makes it
Gers
extremely
or whatever.
fast and easy to adjust.
But
A new cord holder
yeah, we're
assembly
just
is
watching
possible
some
to follow the
international,
business in a matter of a
brand
few
new
seconds,
parts.
but it will require adjusting only a
Trying to
couple of
learn
times
some
a day.
things for the
A larger
baler.
furnace and many other improvements make this knotter over 99% efficient for thousands and thousands of days.
Yeah, problem is mine already had
The
thousands
alignment
through
of the plunger
it.
is simply a matter of resetting two convenient adjustment bolts.
Yeah, those bolts are froze up on mine.
Two adjustment lock nuts set the position of the plunger guide and control the clearance between the plunger knife and stationary
What is
table.
that?
What a great advantage this is over balers whose plungers ride on a
Yeah,
single long
now,
roller, several of which have to be individually adjusted.
do you have any attachments for that lawn tractor, George?
The number 47 is also the
Like a
unique and
leaf
only
rake
baler on
and
the market.
stuff like that?
A new remote control permits raising or lowering the pickup right from the tractor seat.
Have a need for a
It's fast,
tractor. Then he
so you can
said you
quickly clear
banned
boxes of
him, but
material
I
inside
don't know.
and keep working at top speed. The new
Yeah, I
baler
don't
head
know.
and box type dial kit is also remote control.
If he
Just
doesn't
one
have a need
simple
for a
operation,
tractor, I
and the
guess,
kit automatically shifts from transport to
that's his
field
own fault.
adjustment or vice
But
versa.
yeah, I don't know. Nothing
The
to
field adjustment are
nothing to
also
do with
very
me,
fast and
man.
efficient. New
I
improved
can't ban
technology
anybody. I
is
only got
also
200
available
people watching
for the
me.
post-bale length
I
and weight.
only have so many people. I can't get rid of them.
The weight is regulated with a manual tension control that employs two full-length extension springs.
It's funny how many parts
Thus,
are the same.
this regulation by extension springs is much more consistent than the
See, now they're
regulation
packing
provided by
really heavy
suspension
bales.
springs used on many bales. Another welcome feature is the new bale chamber extension chute. It can be
Yeah.
set to roll the bales over to keep them out of the way of the tractor in closely spaced windrows, and to keep the twine from getting wet on the moist ground, or to lay them flat. That's ease of operation.
See, now that's a 47. Mine's a 37, actually.
The 47 has capacity to adapt to every crop and baling need.
Right, exactly.
It
Can't
can
afford.
roam on every type of terrain.
Need everybody we can get.
A gauge wheel on the spring-loaded pickup permits it to
But,
follow the ground
see,
contour
now my
of
head
the
don't have that
to get all the
front
product,
wheel.
even over very rough ground.
I thought about maybe getting,
The pickup seats have been
trying to
sloped to
find a wheel or
9
something to mount onto
to
it
handle even the widest wheels.
myself.
The 6-time
Well,
pickup
what's
cover is
going on
spring-loaded.
here?
It automatically adjusts to each windrow to assure positive pickup action at all times.
Yeah, doing odd jobs, pulling stumps and whatnot.
It permits a free
Yeah, that's
flow of
basically
air.
what I do, except I
No
bale
downside
hay.
to plugging at this point, even if
And
you
that's
have to plug.
pretty strenuous on all the tractors and everything.
The floating auger also is spring-loaded. It instantly adjusts to the exact volume of hay being handled.
Yeah, see, they're just pushing hay through
Finally,
there.
the 3 wide sweeping packer fingers can be accurately adjusted for uniform feeding to assure square, evenly filled bales in all crops and field conditions. The moisture content of the hay presents no problem whatsoever. Here's a
I'm telling you
demonstration
though,
of
George, you gotta go look, try to find some Alice Chalmers.
You've never seen a windrow like this.
I don't know why that keeps not focusing.
And for good measure, something as different as a whole bale.
Wow, look at that.
That's adaptability.
Throwing whole bales in there.
The third way that you get more from your 47 is the capacity to put more crop quality into every bale. That's a statement that can be proved very simply. Just cut a bale open and see. This is the kind of leafy, protein-rich feed that will mean more milk in the pail, more beef on the hose. Why can this baler do a better job of protecting crop quality? There are many reasons. It employs new soft coil teeth, which are more flexible so they do not tear the hay and lose the leaf. This permits ample space between the strippers, so it's easy for dirt in the crop to escape.
Yeah, you know, I don't think I would. I really don't think I would try that there, Gerald. Throwing a whole bale, holy cow. Yeah. Yeah, you know what's going on. Snap that flywheel key and then you're in trouble. Because, man, they do not like being packed full. I had one time this whole summer where I actually had, what happened? I think I snapped my key actually, and it was packed. I mean, I was running a full, windrow, and I snapped that key, and I put a new one in it, and man, it hasn't had an issue since. But yeah, I don't know. That was something else. I jammed her full, and then I'm rocking it, clutch kicking it in and out, trying to get the plunger to kick over, because it's so stuffed full in the plunger chamber. And I finally got the plunger to kick it through, but man, it was rough. I really got to pull out my teeth, my knife teeth, sharpen them up, and I also have to readjust the whole bale chamber because it's getting loose. There's a 1/2 inch play all the way around. That's just not good, not at all. Especially when you're trying to pack a good bale. You can't have slop like that. And it wears the plunger bearings out. It runs the roller bearings on the plunger itself out. So I really should just pull the whole plunger, redo the whole thing, which is just so against what I want to do with it. But I think I'm going to do it this spring. Yeah, you're right. It does give it a head start, but you can kind of do that when if it's on the lower, not as much, but if it's on the upper stroke of the plunger, you use that clutch and you engage it, you let it hit the hay, and then you disengage it and it'll come back itself with the weight, and then you engage it and you slam it forward, and that normally does it by using that little slip shot. You just kind of you push it into it, let off, and it comes back, and then you really ram it with the full power, and that normally does the trick. But yeah, I'm planning on pulling the baler header off probably this weekend. I want to pull it up and pull it off, at least get it in the shop on some blocks so I can start pulling it apart, getting it tweaked back to where it should be. 'Cause I really need the baler to run flawlessly, really. I can't be spending 4 days out there because the first day the baler broke. That ain't gonna cut it for me. But yeah, I'd really love to get the baler just flowing smooth. So I'm gonna try to put some work into it and really get it flowing. But yeah, ask away, ask some more questions. What else y'all got? Got 6 people watching. I know we can get some more questions flowing. The baler's just kind of a disappointment to me, though, And now I really need. See, he's putting along there. I really need what I need now is a bigger tractor, for one, because I'm really highly considering thinking about skipping the bales and building a silage bunker and just green chopping all the grass as much as I can. Oh, lost connection there. What's that about? I don't know. What else do you guys got going on? Give me some questions here.
8. 8 bales in a minute. Now let's weigh one.
8 bales in a minute.
70 pounds.
70-pound bales.
70 pounds.
That's wild.
560 pounds a minute.
The
To 17 pounds.
Yeah, what else you guys got for me? Ask some questions, I got
Easier operation.
tons of answers. Got 5 people watching though. What's going on? Type in a little comment, leave a like.
With the McCormick number 47.
Don't hesitate to ask questions.
5 with
Just a small farm in Michigan. Little hobby farm. Oh, what do we got here? How many acres do I farm? I think I've figured it out to be about 7 acres of hay every cutting. When I was disking, I'd been scooping dirt off of the ground with a scoop that I have, and I left all the scoop holes, so I was disking the holes over, getting them filled in a bit. Now I have to come back in with the back blade, push all that stuff that's on the what do you call it? Outer burden. I gotta push it back into the inner. But yeah, I dissed it up pretty well. I was kind of surprised actually because of the snow. I was a little bit worried of not getting the proper cut depth, but I did manage to get quite a bit of depth cut. I was cutting 2-3 inches actually, which was better than most of the disking I was doing all summer. Probably because it was dry. But yeah, what was that other question? Yeah, I'm thinking I do about 6 to 7 acres of hay for each cutting, so around 20 per year. 20 acres of hay, which isn't much. Most people have a 20-acre hay field, and I don't. I have 3 separate fields that I cut. One's about an acre. The other one's 4-ish, and the other one's about 3. So 8-ish acres every cut. So that's 24 acres, I guess. Give or take. I mean, give or take, because you lose some hay. Rain comes, you lose a crop, and that's not fun. We don't want to do that. Never again. No more. Don't want to do it. Yeah, it just kind of happens that way, though, sometimes. I thought it was kind of odd that guy kept mentioning that I banned somebody. If I did ban him, it's probably for a reason. He left a bad comment, or he was trying to disagree with me when I was, leaving comments or something along that line. If somebody's going to disagree with you because you're commenting on their comment, I mean, I don't understand. You left a comment. Of course, I'm going to leave a comment. I'm going to say, hey, yeah, I like that idea, or that's not a very good idea, or whatever the situation is, I guess, you know, but I don't think I ever banned anybody. If I did, it was for a good reason, because where I'm from, you do it for a reason or you leave it, you know. If it's fixed, don't fix it.
Two sealed rollers and one wear lock. The Silver Action knives are replaceable and interchangeable. They have exclusive tungsten carbide.
Yeah, I gotta get some of them sharpened. That white line there is the knife I need to sharpen on my baler.
The straddle-mounted plunger crank gives rigidity and smoothness of operation under the heaviest working conditions. The unique all-twine.
Where in Michigan am I at? We're close to Ross Video. I don't know what Ross Video means, but we're very close to. You can't fixed. Right. Exactly. We're very close to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Watching the needle. It's twisting. It's closed. Oh, that's got a moving knife, it says. Mine's stationary knife.
The incoming charge builds up and tightens the twine. The completed knot slips off the bill hook and the cycle begins again.
Yep.
This time the operation is shown with thick cold twine. The old twine
But
takes all the twine.
yeah, hey Scott's Small Farming, how are you? I love seeing you on here. Now, what is Ross Video? I'm not sure what you meant by that. Ross Video. Leave a like, of course. OKNU. Yeah, Scott's Farming. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. What is NU? You're gonna have to clarify a little more. Ross Video and OKNU. I'm not sure. But yeah, George, you seem to know what's going on. You gotta get a tractor, man. Tractors are fun. You do a little work on them, you know, you get self-accomplishment, and it's a real good feeling. Yeah, I'm great there, Scott. I've been just resting. My stomach's been a little hurting lately. Haven't been feeling the best in my stomach. But yeah, we've been doing it. You know, we've been killing it. What does that say? Likes. I've likes. Yeah, you gotta leave some likes. You know, share the love. I love getting the likes from everybody. I love the questions too. What was that one fellow's name there? Bob Arch. Yeah, where are you located at there, Bob? You in Michigan? I know Scott's Farming isn't in Michigan. He's got a pretty beautiful place. I watch him sometimes. Well, all the time. I don't know. Sometimes videos just don't come on though. You know, it's YouTube becomes a real. Oh, you're by Bay City, huh? Yeah, shoot, that's only about hour and a half, 2 hours from here, I'd say. Uh, yeah, that's not far at all. Now, do you have a channel, or I'm not sure if I've watched you or if I just got a I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm tired. Now, do you have a channel? I guess is what I was trying to say. Do you have content on your channel? Do you have videos and stuff? I think it'd be pretty interesting to do a live meet, or something like that. Ross Stokes has videos on YouTube. Okay. I'll have to check out that Ross Stokes. I'll remember that. You have no content. Yeah, I sub to everybody, If I see them commenting on videos, I'll sub to them. Because, you never know. You can start people off just from that. They get a sub and they go, huh, maybe I should do a video. Maybe I should, Oh, wow. What is... Wife say I can have one next year. I broke my back as a bin man. I was ran over on the road. Oh, man, that is just awful, buddy. Back in 2007, huh? You had a channel? Uh, so now when did you have that back injury? Is that recently, or you mean the 2007 was when the... Not a blessed thing on the channel. Well, I think that's part of the joke, probably. Yeah, and I would assume a bin man's probably like a garbage man. Or, maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe a recycle man. Uh, what is... Oh, he retracted it. It's funny. I'll have people leave on the video. Well, I missed you by 10 minutes. And it's like, well, I've been on 40 minutes now. Is anybody else going to come? And all the ones that always miss it aren't even on. Funniest part. But, yeah, what is a bin man? Tell us all about that. Now, Scott, small farming. What have you been doing lately? I know you have, oh gosh, pigs, right? You have some pigs? I believe you got pigs. I watched you doing some grading and stuff. Oh, George is in England. Okay. Whereabouts are you from in England there, George? I know a small bit about England.
Turbo Diesel 1246, a big machine for the man with a lot of work to do. Top of the high performer range. Superb international direct fuel injection engine.
What part of England are you from? Now, I would assume that since you're from England, that bin man does mean garbage can or trash cans. Yeah, trash man, and the accent was okay.
Power in reserve. Yorkshire, international
Oh, you don't have
riders
pigs.
associate
West
for
Yorkshire.
the
Okay.
strongest of the
Yep.
high performers.
Yeah, that's beautiful country over there. Uh, yeah, I don't know why I was thinking you have pigs. Maybe I was thinking of,
Craftsmen who understand the craft
oh,
make
Schneffel
cars
or
made of
whatever
wood
his name
up to
is.
23% per annum.
Uh,
58 Ford
Schneider or
microtractor
something
leads
like
this
that. He's got
generation.
pigs, is what
Learn
it
about
is.
the revolution from antiquated to
Um,
mechanized farming methods the world over.
yep. So now, have you recovered fully from that accident 11 years ago?
Checking
Or is that
all
something that
relevant
still
engineering
plagues you to the
records
day?
to verify that the ratio meets the
Does
customer's
that
spec for
give
this
you
particular tractor
give you
and it's
troubles?
off the
Does it?
production line to undergo further rigorous
Because what I
tests
have
at the
is I
world's
had a
most
surgery on my
sophisticated
stomach when I was
facility of the
very
shock
young.
load test.
So all my muscles in my stomach are basically
The rolling road tests
just scar
shock,
tissue.
traction, gears.
And I
The
have
400
these
PTO
issues
horsepower
with
is
the
checked by
scar tissue
gyroscope.
tearing and
The
having,
384 may be the smallest in
really
the range,
close
but this
to
powerful little high performer is built to the
um,
same high standards of engineering and
what
design
they
as
call
the
a
World
hernia.
46.
So I have to be very careful of what I do every day and how I do
Next
it,
in the high
the
performer
ways I
line, the
do stuff.
484 Export, and the
And
nesting
it
model
limits
just
me,
about
it really irritates me because
the high
6
performance
years ago I
very
was
powerful
lifting Chevy blocks off the
384
ground,
484 with its low case
no
and
problem.
built-in 8-foot door with
And
robust
now I
suspension.
can't even, there's no way I could lift anything like that,
Like farmyards that date from the draft horse days. But the
which is just
484
awful
has
because I was
15
just wanted to be
horsepower
the
super
strongest man in the
efficiency.
world.
Along with working power on the high performers you buy engineering design. The progressive take-up on
Yeah, I'm a
high-tech
big
driving
fan of
systems
England. I
limits wear on the sprayer
like
pump
a lot
unit.
of the
And
styles and
optimize
stuff that they
balance
do
for
over there.
exhausts, adding
The
economy to working power.
craftsmanship also I've noticed is just far superior to most
PTO speeds of 540 and 1000
American
are standard
craftsmanship.
equipment on the 4, 5,
You
6,
know, you have
and
to
784
remember that
models of the high performance range.
they've been doing things for a very long time in England. So they've pretty much got it refined.
PTO is a
They're still in
virtually
the work
biological
mode.
position to
You
get
know,
there.
Americans are not
It
in
is
the
easy
work
to
mode
locate the
anymore.
cut by looking back at the
They're in the
right and
laze
watching the
mode.
stray sways of the heaven. The high performers keep good company in the field with the 953 Combine, with its wider cutting platform and greater output.
Yeah, that's way too bad there, George. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Now in America here, we get settlements and lawsuits and
Driven by the
stuff
same 140
for being
horsepower
injured on the
turbo
job while you
and
work for the
50 brake
government. Is
horsepower
that something
performance.
that you
The
got
new
helped out
953
with?
high-capacity Combine handles
Or is
10
that
to 12
something
tons of
that
grain per hour.
you had to kind of deal by yourself with?
The power,
Because that isn't
flexibility, and
easy.
versatility of the
Having a
high-performance
disability
machine
is
is
not
matched
an
by the
easy
speed
way
and simplicity
to
of
get
in-maintenance
through
procedures.
life. You know, me with my stomach problems, I can't lift and I can't twist. I can't turn, with my body very fast. If I do, it twists my ab muscles, and then I'm not doing anything for days. I'm laid in the bed having troubles with the toilet, like you said, and not in the same way. You know, mine's a number one problem because it's all connected. All the muscles are connected. So when these muscles aren't working, other muscles aren't working, and
International
it's not
Harvest
a
has
good
been
time.
manufacturing in Britain since
Uh,
1930, when their weekly haul plant in
yeah,
Doncaster
it's just
started
not fun
selling
having
tractors.
disability.
Here the transmission units for the 4, 5, 6, and 784 models are produced to those high
Yep, you got to
standards of
pay out.
engineering and quality
Yeah, and
control
that's the sad part
synonymous with
is most
international
of the time
harvest
it's
of
not a
products
lot,
and
and it's
large
not
quantities.
enough because down the road, are you
In
gonna
common with
need
the
care?
mid-range of the high performers,
Are
the
you
high
gonna
performance
need?
strengthens offset
Excuse
in
me.
front
Are you
axle,
gonna need
increased extra stability and
you
safety.
know food? Are you gonna need you know everything? It's amazing. But yeah, disabilities aren't fun. It's something that I've had to kind of live with now.
The warning light panel is part of the simple, easy to read
I'm
instrumentation
trying.
of the
I'm trying to
high-performance
wake up.
logical display cluster that
It's
serves as
getting
a
darker and darker out, I tell you. the
The 62 horsepower engine
yeah, I don't know.
584 is the four-cylinder version of the 955 engine. Using engines of common origination through the high performer range.
Yeah, and the tractor is a very good money maker. And what you can do, I don't know about your money status, but you get the tractor.
The high performers
That's
offer
for step
considerable
one.
convenience in the
Step
design
two is
and
you
layout of the car.
do the entire maintenance on the tractor. You fix everything that's wrong with it. Everything. I mean, you leave no stone unturned. You do it properly. You get it all working right. You grease it. Okay, now you got a good tractor. You know what's going on with it. Then what you do is you go and buy a brush hog, a post hole digger, and anything else you think you can make money with. Now I know in England they use a lot of fences. Post hole diggers, money for you, okay? Brush hog, money for you probably. If you got neighbors that have long driveways or old fields that they haven't been using, you can brush hog it for a fee. By the hour, by the job, whatever. You do it that way. I have a few brush hog jobs that I do, and I bought a brand new brush hog from the store for $900, and I have made almost all of my money back in 2 summers just from the brush hog, not doing anything else, just the brush hog. Uh, you go to sleep with a chicken. Old saying, when you get sleepy at sunset. Right, yeah. Yeah, made me yawn. See what you did? But, no. The chickens normally, they're up before sunrise, and they sometimes are up after sunset. Not very often. Shout out from way down south where the bananas grow. Holy cow. You're way far away. I've never even seen a live banana on a tree. Uh, I actually haven't. I've never seen a banana tree. I've never seen a real coconut tree. I've seen a real coconut tree in a display where they're growing them inside. I've never seen them just going down the street. I've never seen grapefruit trees. I've never seen orange trees. There's a lot of things I haven't ever seen because Michigan is so, I guess, few crops. They don't really grow a lot here in Michigan. They grow very easy crops: corn, soybeans, radish. They don't really do any lavender or anything like that. Apples is a big crop for Michigan. Another big crop is, maybe gourds, stuff like that. And pine trees. There's pine tree farms for Christmas. They make all their money in 1 month, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, I guess, another thing is I've never seen, yep, sugar beets is big, yep. They do some onions, they do potatoes, but there's no peanuts. They don't do cotton. Yep. They don't do. I like North Dakota out there because they had lavender fields everywhere, purple fields. Just beautiful, beautiful fields. Don't be afraid to leave a like.
through the rear window to the leveling box handle, which means he doesn't have to stop, jet out,
The grapevine under the pear trees, and you know, would have grapes and pears on the same tree. Wow, that's pretty interesting, actually. I've heard of that before. I've heard of that stuff before. It's called utilizing your property. Now, apple orchards, they normally put cows on the underneath the apples so they can fertilize, feed the cows, and you know, have actual feed for them because they love apples. Cattle love apples, and they'll trim the trees for you naturally. They'll trim the apple trees. If the apple tree breaks, they'll eat the limbs. Hello, Kelly. How are you? I see you're joining in. Don't be afraid to leave a like. Oh, I'm doing great. We're just having a chat about apple trees and different crops that Michigan grow and don't grow. Lavender and, things like that. We have a lot of pears. Private pear orchards. They don't really do a lot of orchard pears, apple orchard and farms like that. They do all apples. They don't do pears very much down here, at least. Maybe up by the UP a little bit, which is the Upper Peninsula. Oh, no problem. I like coming through all of you guys' streams. Roger and all them guys. They're all great guys. How did your stream end up going? I see you had quite a few people in there when I left. I had to take off and go to work, but yep. Yeah, they're funny fellas. Yeah, I don't know. What is your top amount in your live stream? What's the highest one you've gotten so far? Excuse me. Oh, I know. I like watching everybody, though. It's fun. I've been told here in the UK they fence the trunk so the cows don't eat the bark. Yeah, that does happen. That they will do that. 55. Holy cow, that's a really big number for a live stream. The main thing with cattle, though, for trees is they rub their horns. They rub their horns on the trees because it feels good. They want to itch that scratch. You know what I'm saying? They'll rub their horns on the trunk. And then, a few months later, the tree doesn't have any bark because they wore the bark off it. And yes, in some cases, if the bark's green enough, they will eat it. If it's just hard, nasty bark, they won't eat it. Can't keep up. I hear you. Hey, have a great evening, Scotts. Probably do a live stream sometime soon, so leave a like and comment, and come on back, you hear? I think my top people watching has been 12. I think 12's the highest one I've had so far. On the subject of cows, best cow for down south is a Brahma mixed with Angus. They call it a Brangus. Ha! Really? Now what is a Brahma? Am I saying that right? Braham. Brahma.
Hey folks, machinery.
It's got to be a Brahma or something, right? I better pause this. This is getting. Now, yeah, what is a Brahma? Enlighten us on the Brahma. I'm not all that familiar with the breed of Brahma. I'm well aware of what Angus is. That's why I named my brown cow Angus. We use a lot of Holsteins here in Michigan. It's all Holstein, Angus, a little bit of Jersey. I was thinking about doing a video. My neighbors have some Longhorn, actually quite a few of them. It's a big, huge gray cow with a hump on its back. Looks like a Google Brahma bull. Okay, yep. Now, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, we don't really have those up here. No gray cows that I've ever seen, really. Um, Not that there isn't any, but the main thing that I'd really like to film soon is those longhorns, because they do have a herd of about 100 longhorns, bulls, I guess. I'm not sure. Now they're steers, gotta be steers, but some of them, have 4 foot wide spans, or even more. I mean, it's amazing. You can put a meter stick in between their horns. That's how large their horn space is, and they're super long. It's the same, it's the same thing they put on Cadillacs, you know. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, ask some more questions here, Kelly. Rusty stuff. Anybody? We're having a good old time talking about hobby farms. I used to raise rabbits, and with the rabbit manure, I was growing tomatoes and potatoes. And the potatoes did very well that year, but the tomatoes, I had a 3.5 pound tomato, which is, if anybody's ever really paid attention to a tomato, they're about a half a pound a piece, or give or take. So that's about 5 tomatoes, give or take, in one tomato. I mean, it's the size of my hand was the tomato. And it wasn't just one. There was the whole plant had tomatoes on it. I mean, just huge tomatoes. It's the best crop of tomatoes I ever seen. The rabbit manure works. It's a proven fact that it works. The the problem is I'm allergic to rabbits, so that doesn't work out for me very well. But and a lot of glare that way, huh? But yeah, ask some more questions. What else you guys got for me? Now I know Kelly. I think you live in a old farm, don't you? You never did any farming, but you live in an old farm. Is that how that was? Don't don't be afraid. Came through here. I ended up having to put some there because they turned into water chickens. Holy cow, water chickens! I never done seen no water. Had put pallet. That's too hard, man. That's too bad though. That Hurricane Irma. I read that stuff on the news, and I think it was the same year we got all the three hurricanes, or is that one of them? I think it was one of them, wasn't it? Ivan and her. I don't know. There's so many of them. I forget nowadays. We had like 3 of them come up the coast all in one week, just destroying stuff. It was crazy. What else do you guys have for me? Ask me some more questions. I believe this is my first official 1 hour live stream. daggone chickens were staying in the water up their bellies. Holy cow, up to their bellies. Oh, jeepers. Oh, boy. Yeah, well, I've seen it before. I've seen cows standing in water up to their bellies because they didn't know what else to do. I couldn't imagine living down in the floodplains like that. Living in Kansas where there's constant hurricanes every year. I mean, why would you live there, if you knew there's going to be a hurricane that's going to take out your place every year? Maybe it misses one year, but maybe the next year it'll come back, take out the whole place. And it don't make no sense to me. What am I smoking? I'm smoking just a vape pen. It's nicotine. Although they did just pass recreational marijuana in Michigan, so that's pretty interesting. I never really had a lot of friends, get in trouble for it and stuff. I never agreed with it because, they're not shooting up heroin and robbing their neighbors to get heroin. They're smoking a doobie and eating some snacks. It's not, it ain't the same. I don't agree with it. Smoking nothing but the best. Nope, nope, nope. Just a vape pen. Yeah, smoking nothing but the best, though. That's funny. I think Canada is one of the leading pathways, in today's marijuana culture. I really think they're kicking it up a notch by legalizing it completely because, I mean, if you look at it, when you're talking about 150,000 people in jail because they had a gram of weed on them, that grows, the stuff literally grows outside. I've walked through the woods and found it, looking for mushrooms and stuff. I have found it growing naturally. I just think it's amazing that you can be put in jail for that. It's just incredible. And then, like, oh, well, cocaine's made from a plant. Well, yeah, but it goes through a complete chemical process, and it ruins people's life. Flirting with disaster. Yep. I love Molly Hatchet. I can't believe, Molly Hatchet. That's great. But I like Swamp Song. That's a good one by him. They got a bunch of good songs, actually. Leonard Skinner produced Molly Hatchet. I'm a music freak. I love anything rock and roll. Pretty much know any band, any song, anything. If you ever want to know some stuff about a band, I probably got some info on them. I'm pretty good with rock and roll. Blues, I'm a big blues guy. I don't listen to any new music, so to speak. I don't, unless it's a country artist I approve of and like, such as Jamie Johnson, Jeremiah, or Cody Jinks, Hank 3. I like him. I like a couple other people, but like the Darius Rucker stuff and even the new Blake Shelton and all that stuff is just kind of getting out of hand. It's bad, but I like the rock and roll. I'm not a big fan of the new Greta Van Fleet band, mainly because there's more than a few lyrics in their songs that have to do with Led Zeppelin, and I don't think that's right. Led Zeppelin kind of did the same thing as they're doing, I guess, and it's kind of playing follow the leader, so that's not very good. But it's like Ozzy. He got fired from his band. He went solo and became one of the biggest solo selling acts in history with Randy Rhoads. They sold, I mean, just an incredible amount of albums. I don't know. I love rock history, but ask me some more questions here. We're still talking about other stuff. Hour and 5 minutes. Hope somebody leaves another thumbs up. I was hoping for 5 of them on this one. Now, Rusty Stuff, where are you at from down south again? You lived in Greenville, huh? That's only 30 minutes from where I'm at right now. Actually, 25. I could drive there in 25 minutes. Up to Greenville. My grandmother lives in Cedar Springs. Hey, there's a fifth character there. Leave a thumbs up if you care to do. Leave a comment, ask questions. We're answering rock and roll questions, hobby farm questions, life questions. Anything you can think of, go ahead and ask it, and I'll answer the best I can. We got some party members that are looking to get tractors. We got people that are looking to talk about whatever. So ask away, and I'll answer the best I can. Don't forget to leave the thumbs up, please. Really trying to get 5 thumbs up. What's everybody doing though? Ask some questions here. We're just chit-chatting. Having a little talk. What else we got here? Yeah, still Molly Hatchet. Yeah, I do like Molly Hatchet, you know. Ronnie Van Zant really did a fine job at kind of crafting that group from Leonard Skinner. That's who produced Molly Hatchet's first album, Flirting with Disaster. Oh, see, I only have 4 on my screen. That's interesting. Must have just happened, Bob. So now, Bob, you're talking about the fences over there. Now, what's going on here? Let me go back to that comment. I want to read that. They fenced. Oh, the trunks. That's right. My bad. Yeah, you know, I think you could probably do all right, you know, making a couple extra $1,000. Little advice on used southern tractor up north. Never bring a northern tractor down south. Now, why is that exactly? Because I've never heard that before. I'm not even sure where my tractor came from. It was sitting in a lot when I bought it. Paid $1,500 for it. 3-point, everything functional. Yeah, you know, I'd love to get some tractors. I'd just love to find some tractors. And eventually, if I could, I'd really like to get YouTube popping enough in order to restore tractors. Use the money to actually do the tractors for the videos. And that would be just awesome. I mean, I don't care if it takes years. I would just love to have that extra little bit of money paying for restoring a tractor or several similar tractors or even a piece of equipment, you know, just something to add into the farm income, which is, you know, something that I think every farmer really kind of wants to do, you know, add some income. And I don't see any harm in doing that. I think it's incredible that you guys have watched 18 hours of footage from my channel this week. I mean, that's way more than anybody ever seen of me doing the farm. You know, I'd be out there toiling away in the sweat and the blood and the tears, and nobody ever seen it. Nobody ever cared. Nobody even knew, you know? And now that people are seeing, hey, the baler's broke. Hey, the tractor's broken, and the animal's hurt. The fence needs mending. The yard's a mess. The shop's a mess. We got to clean this. We got to do that. I love that people connect with me on that level because they are on the same page. They've had a dirty shop. They've had a tractor break. They've had animals get hurt. They've had their fences get ruined. They've had trees fall on their house. I mean, it's amazing. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, see, now we run a lot of, oh gosh, chlorine. Chlorine in our tires. They fill them with chlorine. So they rust from the inside out. You can buy a nice tractor with nice rims on it, and the next year you'll look at it, and the rims will be ate right through from the inside, which is just not the way you want it. You don't want to do that. And so I couldn't even imagine putting chlorine in my tires. So yeah, if I was adding weight to do anything like that, I would most assuredly just add weights to the rims. My rims on my tractor have weight spots. I can mount weights to my tractor. I can, I can do anything with that tractor the way it is without any weight. It's incredible how little weight you actually need to do things, with a tractor because of all the leverage their tires provide. 1:15 a.m. Holy cow. Yeah, you better go to sleep there, bud. You got some long night, or I guess a short, short night ahead of you. Yeah, I know. Thank you. What'd you do? Keep leaving and joining, you silly? You shouldn't have done that. Thank you though. It's the most. I think that's the most I've ever had is 9 thumbs up. That's the best I've ever had there. I'm pretty excited that I've had viewers the entire hour and 13 minutes here. I love all the support. I think it's great. I have big dreams for tractors. I'm a tractor freak, music freak, uh, woodworking freak. Holy cow, man. You better go to bed. You better go to bed. Them girls depend on you to go to school. I hope you're not getting no snow over there in England right now, 'cause it's not very good down here. The, yeah, that's the most likes I've ever had is 9 right there. The, farm went very good this year. We did well. We got our hay in. We got a steer. We built fences. Yeah, sodium chloride. There you go. Yeah, you thought wrong. The hurricane just begun for us up here in Michigan. I think it's gonna be a real bad winter. I think the snow is gonna really pile on, and I think that people are probably gonna have a pretty hard time with it this year. Excuse me. Last winter we had Ma for shout. Peace out, George. Have a good night. Night. Yeah, the swimming chickens. That's so funny, man. That's funny as heck. the My chickens, they've been living underneath the brush hog and sitting on the tractor. Well, you guys seen the video the other day of the chickens on the tractor. If you haven't, go check it out. It's pretty funny. They're sitting right on the tractor seat and stuff, you know. But yeah, they've been living underneath the brush hog. Their food's actually underneath the baler. They can't get on the baler, so they're not manuring on the baler. But I've been kind of, watching it, making sure that they haven't been making too much a mess, because chickens do tend to make a bit of a mess. And it gets kind of annoying, Chicken manure is not the easiest to clean up. But, hey, we're up to 6. Leave a comment. And ask a question. Ask questions. Questions are the best things for us, We always need questions. Leave the thumbs up if you're still joining in or watching. If you haven't yet, ask a question. Each person's entitled. What's your name, Sean? That's interesting. They all got cracks, That's strange. See, now up here we have a lot of issues because of high heats in the summer, cold temperatures in the winter. We get a lot of crack lines. Wow. Man, I apologize. But we get a lot of cracked lines. A lot of... It takes a real toll on the rubber lines. My name's not Sean. No, my name's Justin. My name is Justin. Yeah. Just in farming. Woo. Farm work. Yeah. But yeah, we have a real issue with them crack lines. They get real bad in the winter. The cold really shrinks them up. They start cracking real bad. Yep. But yeah, go ahead, ask more questions. We're always here. See, now I wouldn't even consider bringing a tractor up or down anywhere because I don't have any flatbed nor a truck to pull it. I kind of have to buy them close and drive them home. I think the farthest piece of equipment I bought was my baler or my hay rake, which were only about 10 miles each way a piece, so not too bad. The sickle bar, that wasn't bad. The bad part was loading it on the tractor, or on the trailer. Luckily, we had a front-loading tractor, or the fellow that owned the place did. We scored that sickle bar, $75. I had to pay for some used tires to put on it. I've done a pitman arm. I took the sickle blade off, redid a bunch of the teeth, pounded them back on. 40/20s, yeah, that would be great. I'd like to get a 2010 2010 tractor. I think the 2010 is just a beautiful little utility tractor. A 40/20 though, that would be some fun. Could really pull stumps out with that thing. I tell you what, I could really pull some stumps out. Oh yeah, it'd be way fun to restore. I myself, if I'm going to do a restoration, I have an Allis-Chalmers G that really needs a bad restoration, and I'd love to just be able to do that. I kind of thought about doing a GoFundMe on the tractor, having a GoFundMe for the tractor itself, but there's so many people that disagree with getting free money, you know. And it's not like it's free. I don't get any of the money. All the money goes for the tractor to fix it, you know. Uh, so I don't know why people have such a hard time with that stuff, but the I think the tractor could really, you know, use it. I think it'd be great for the tractor. Alice Chalmers was actually my grandfather's. He's still around. He doesn't have much interest in it. He has cultivators, plows, and front blade for it. So that's quite a few attachments for it. Because anybody that knows much about Alice Chalmers G's is they're about $3,000 for just the tractor. Then you're paying 200-300 for front weight. If you can find the plows, maybe you can find the plows. You're paying $500 to $1,000. Um, if you're looking for the cultivators, you're paying $500 to $1,000. The front blade, I would guess you could probably build one rather easy, but I would say you're looking at $500, which is just crazy. I mean, it's crazy. But the vintage stuff is worth money. Um, yeah, it's just wild. But I think I'm gonna get off. Hope everybody has a good night. Signing off. Leave your comments underneath. I'll get back to them. I'll try to post some footage tomorrow. And I hope everybody loved the live stream. We had a lot of traffic tonight. Hope tomorrow it'll be even better. So, everybody have a good night, and we'll catch you all later.